Hey, what's up, tribe? Jason Barnaby from Firestarters Incorporated. I wanted to talk today about a project that I finished that many of you have seen if you've been paying attention to me on LinkedIn, but it's this. A book that was in the works for about 3.5 years. And I've had several people recently around the same thing. How did you finish? How did you not quit? I wish I could. I need to, if only. Here's what I want to say. Do it. It's literally that simple. I had a good friend of mine that has helped me put together this framework that I have for Firestarters Incorporated, and when we meet, she says, "Thanks for doing the work." And I was like, "What do you mean, thanks for doing the work?" And she said, I meet a lot of people who have more excuses for why they can't do the work than time to actually do the work and just do it. And I don't know if I'm just stubborn, if I'm naive, if I'm stupid. I don't know what it is, but that's just not in me. I'm kind of scrappy in that respect, and I like getting stuff done. I don't make lists. I'm pretty sure that I have ADHD, but have never been diagnosed. So like I'm a squirrel, right? Like I'm all over the place. But I'm about to publish a journaling workbook that goes along with this book. Next week it'll be available on Amazon, and I can't be more stoked. But I've stayed up late and I've gotten up early, and my butt has gotten numb from sitting in my chair at my computer to get this thing finished, but it's done. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to be able to put it out into the world. And here's the other thing that I want to talk about. Too many, myself included, but I'm going to say you, too many of you who are watching this video limit yourselves with the way that you talk to yourself or the things that you think. And here's what I would like to challenge you to do. If you've been hired to do a job, if you've been hired to come in and do a gig, and before you go do that gig, you've got imposter syndrome, or you're thinking that you're less than, or somehow maybe I'm not the person for the thing. That's complete BS, and you need to retool your brain. That's another conversation. Here's what I would encourage you to do. Show up with what I call humble expectation. And that means that you show up with the knowledge that you've been chosen to do this job, to do this gig, to complete the job, whatever it is, expecting that the reason that you have been asked to do it is because of the gifts and talents that you possess. And stop apologizing for those gifts and talents that you've been given. Instead, set those things on fire and let that fire spread to the people that are around you. Those are the gifts and talents that you have been given specifically for you. And here's something that I'm going to say to the camera and put out into the world that's really hard for me to say. In writing this book, what I've realized, because people have come and met with me with this book, with notes that have been written in it, things that they have to say. I've gotten messages from people, thank you so much. I've gotten screenshots of the notes that people have written down on the doing pages at the end of every chapter. And here's what I can say to you, and even now it's hard for me to say, and that's why I'm good at writing. This is a good book. There are things in here that people are using to change their lives. And there are gifts and talents that you have that other people are waiting on, but fear and head trash and all that other stuff is keeping you from putting those things out into the world. Stop. Step out in humble expectation that things are going to happen, and see what happens. Take that next step. Tribe on.